Hey everybody, welcome to Trading Capital Exclusive Analysis. In today's video, we're discussing crypto and some of the crypto-related equity stocks. So crypto stocks like Mara got absolutely slaughtered today, down 15% on the session. I mean, look at this daily volume traded. Look at this two down candles in a matter of two trading sessions, down from 29.28 all the way down to the lows and selling in the after hours here, falling basically 35% in 2 days and more so in the aftermarket. Now, the big question is this an SR flip? Is this a retest of a previous resistance zone? Resistance. Will this become support? You had a big bounce here, rejection. So two big support levels, two big resistance levels. Odds are we should get a little bit of a technical bounce here off of this massive support level on the weekly chart. If we throw up some of the moving averages, let's just go through and see if we're hitting any of these. We're closing below the 7-week moving average. I suspect we get a retrace to 2030 at the very minimum on that trading session. So no real weekly moving averages yet hit, but if we flip to the daily chart on MARA, what's really cool about this is if you throw up a fib retrace from this low bottoming formation to the high, take a look. We're at that 50% retrace. We've now done a 50% retrace from this low to high move. So that's a technical factor there that stacks up the probabilities of a potential bounce. Then we throw on a beautiful parallel channel. Take a look at this. Connecting high pivot, low pivot, factoring with this massive technical support zone. We should see a bounce. Obviously, it's going to be very, very dependent on what Bitcoin does. So let's take a quick peek at what the BTC chart is saying. Now, Bitcoin got absolutely decimated. Our members took profits today on our Bitcoin short. We warned you, we gave you free video analysis that this rejection zone accompanied with this retrace to the breakdown zone as well as this pivot high here. We were ready for a pullback in Bitcoin. This is shaping up to be a nasty weekly hammer candle on the Bitcoin chart, and absolute rejection has been. So Bitcoin's fallen at least 11% from the highs. You are now into some technical support here. This is your first level of technical support. This is your wedge pattern. Broke out, had a bullish breakout, never got confirmation on the daily, and now you're retracing. If you lose this first level of support, your next level of support is going to be around 41,000 on the charts. You can also see you have a little bit of an upsloping trend line. If you connect it from these pivot lows to here, you may come down a little bit more, but there's a lot of different levels of support layered in here. And often when you get that initial breakout and then big dump, the bounce from the initial high pivot is a very, very powerful one. I suspect Bitcoin is actually going to retest the 47,000 area, and then we'll have to dissect the price action from there. So right now, Bitcoin is at technical support. I am expecting a little bit of a technical bounce. There is a scenario that we can go down to 41,000, so just keep that in the back of your mind. But huge volume here, huge rejection in the Bitcoin market. Ethereum is still holding up relatively well. It did have a reversal candle today at the highs. You can see that's a nasty bearish engulfing candle, but in reality it's still holding above this previous pivot zone over here. So Bitcoin will Ethereum will have some support at 2400, but as of now the Ethereum reversal has put in a bearish engulfing candle at the highs. Odds are you should get a retrace at some point in time. Let's just take a look at some of the other crypto stocks like Coin getting absolutely demolished. Let's erase some of these trend lines here and just see what's happening with the Coinbase chart. Coinbase really isn't at any sort of support until you get to the 115, 117. You can see the double pivot zone over there. Let's look at Wolf. WULF. This is the most shorted crypto stock in the market, so it is the highest short interest. Basically, Wolf is into some support. You can see this previous consolidation range breakaway, boom. Another consolidation breakdown area, so it is into some technical support. Let's look at MSTR, another high short interest name in the crypto market, getting absolutely bludgeoned this week. So MSTR, you can see it's trying to hit this pivot high over here. Really the big major support levels down here at 362. You could yield a bit of a bounce here. I mean, if we simply draw a little bit of analysis here using some of these pivots, you can see that there is some support in and around this range. You know, you have this high pivot, you have this pivot zone, breakdown zone, you have this bounce support level. So if you carry that forward, there is some support here on the charts, but it's just a matter of, do we go down to the low end of the range or does Monday yield us a bounce? You can also see this upsloping trend line, which looked to be a fake breakdown here, breakout. You can see we also have a confluence zone right around that 460 area for the BTC, so for the MicroStrategy chart. So definitely pay attention to these crypto stocks, because when you have that high pivot sell off and then that initial bounce could yield a 10-20% bagger gain to the upside if we get some positive crypto news or crypto price action over the weekend. So very, very interesting to see how crypto stocks were absolutely the high flyers, getting love. We were reporting that we were going short crypto stocks and they got decimated and we took a bunch of profits. But the big thing is watching Bitcoin over the weekend, because Bitcoin is more relatively weak than Ethereum right now. Bitcoin is going to be leading the dance. Bitcoin right now is down 6.3% on the session as we speak, and it really hasn't gotten a bounce all day. I mean, it's been just absolutely weak. Tried bouncing, rejection, bouncing, rejection. So a lot of sellers, this is shaping up to be a potential 10-minute bear flag pattern, but you are putting in some positive divergence on the intraday action here, where you're making higher lows on the RSI, but lower lows in the price action. So keep Bitcoin on watch. I am expecting a somewhat of a little bit of a technical bounce over the coming sessions in the crypto market. On that note, please give this video a like down below. If you found it useful and you're interested to see how I'm trading it, our members actually banked today on our BITI short. So we basically just exited our BITI short for a nice little gain. We also exited our Mara short earlier in the week and our Coinbase short, but we exited our BITI for a nice little gain. Look at this huge volume here. We basically had an average at 1190 and we took profits near the highs of the session today. On that note, please give this video a big like down below and we'll see you on the charts a bit later.